This is Friday, October 5th, 2019. This is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with my New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you would. I have been asking people to do that, so kindly do that. Well, I just today or yesterday got an update from the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department's black bear biologist, Andy Timmins, and I sent him an email asking for an update on this fall's mast survey. I think I had mentioned earlier in one of my other videos that each late summer and into the fall, wildlife biologists and some foresters across New Hampshire span out and began to assess the mast of New Hampshire. Mast is nuts and berries. Their soft mast would be berries like cherries and mountain ash, and hard mast is acorns and beechnuts and such. So each fall, the wildlife biologists and a few foresters check on the condition of these across the state and report their findings to Andy. And Andy, in his update, as we expected earlier in the fall, says that oaks remain abundant across the state, as well as apples and mountain ash up north. The beechnut crop, which looked like it was going to be pretty good, he now says it was not as well as he had hoped. It's more like an average year, somewhat spotty across the North Country, so you're not going to find bear or deer necessarily in the beechnut ridges like we thought we might earlier in the fall. So beechnuts are not as abundant this year. More, he said, like an average or a little bit below average year. He did go on to mention the bear kill, which I talked about earlier too. As of, I think it was September 16th, I think the bear kill was 131, which was significantly below average and way below last year's. Of course, last year, because of the lack of food, there was the bears moved a great deal, and there was a record bear kill of 1,053 bears. This year, the bear kill is back more to average. In fact, as of Friday, as of yesterday, the bear kill for New Hampshire is 425. So looking like more of an average black bear kill. You know, when I first started working with black bears in the late 70s and early 80s, the average bear kill was less than half of that, around 200 a year. Bears were far less numerous than they are today. In fact, maybe 1,000 bears or 1,200 bears that I estimated in the early 1980s, and now Andy is estimating around 6,100 bears scattered across the state. So we now have more bears over a wider range in New Hampshire than there's been since before colonial times. So 425 is the New Hampshire's bear kill as of Friday, October 4th. And I can hear acorns falling in the trees from the red oaks across the house as we speak. So yes, a good acorn year. Again, this means that the deer have, as well as the bear, have lots of food, do not need to move as much. So likely the deer kill might be somewhat down from last year, which was near a record. And so it's going to make hunting a little more difficult for our black bears and deer in New Hampshire. So good luck to my hunter friends out there, and keep at it. You know that we have more bear and more deer than in recorded history here in New Hampshire. So you still got a lot of deer and bear out there to hunt this fall.